I have an idea, one last idea. I could not trick the man people, I could not scare the man people, but tonight is Midsummer's Eve, and my time is up. I bring my basket to his cottage and knock softly on the door. Hello? Anyone in there? It is hard not to run away when the door to the cottage opens. I have to keep reminding my feet to stay where they are. None of your tricks, I say, looking up at the man people. Don't call me a boy or try any of your magic. He nods slowly. I hold out my basket. I've come to trade. These are my very precious things. I might give you some if you will go away. I do not tell him that I will give him all my things if I have to. Maybe he won't take the one thing I really want to keep. The man people eyes the basket suspiciously. Come inside and I'll look what you have. I take a step back. I'm not going in there. All right, he says. I'll come out. He comes out and shuts the door then sits down on the stone path. I sit down too with the basket between us. This stone I found by the river, I say, pulling out my first treasure. It's precious because it's so white and smooth and because it has a face on it. Now that I see it again, it reminds me a little bit of the man people's bald head. I don't say that, though. He touches the smooth stone and nods with approval. What else? I set the stone carefully on the ground and pull out the carved animal I took from his window. This is a fat otter with big teeth. That's mine, he says, and it's a walrus. He takes it from my hand. It's not stealing if you're a fairy, I inform him, but he puts it beside him as if it's his. I pretend I don't care. There's no such thing as a walrus anyway. I take out the next treasure, which is fragile and wrapped in dried grass. This is a robin, red belly egg that will never become a chick. Gently I hold it out, blue as sky. It's precious because it's beautiful, but also because it makes you think about the dead bird inside. He nods, and I'm glad to see that his face is sad and serious, just as a face should be when talking about dead birds. I set the egg down next to the stone. He points to the basket. And these are the skins of 2 nighty-night bugs, I say, taking my second to last treasures out of the basket. He wrinkles his nose. And I don't think he understands. They walk out of their skins, I say, and leave this behind. See, I told them. See, I hold them out. The skins even have eyes. What else do you have? Gah, I say in frustration, and I set down the treasure. I also have good ropes and blankets I could give you. I make my nest with them. I think there's something else in that basket. How does he know? Wait, there's this too. I search my hair for sticks, pulling out 3 and laying them on the ground. One of these is definitely magic. The man people points at the basket without saying anything, but I don't want to show him my star. All these things, the stone, the egg, the fat otter with the big teeth, the skins, the magic stick, and my ropes and blankets I will give you if you leave the forest and never come back. The man people hasn't stopped pointing. I'll also give you a basket to carry them in. The man people says nothing. He narrows his eyes and wobbles his pointing finger. Reluctantly, I pull out the last treasure. Oh, the man people cries. It's a real star, I tell him, from the sky. He takes it carefully, cupping it in 2 hands as if it's as fragile as the egg. I see that even though he is an evil man people, he knows when he is looking at something wonderful. It makes me almost like him. Where did you get this? The queen pulled it down from the sky for me a long time ago. The man people winces as if my words hurt. He stares into my eyes as if he's never seen me before. I stare back. All right, he says it so quietly that at first I don't hear him. All right, he says again. I'll leave today if that's what you want. I can hardly believe my ears. He stands up, holding the star to his chest and looking down at me. I nod and carefully put my other treasures back in the basket. He's taking my star, I think. But that's not so bad. I have my memory. Once I leaned up against the good queen's thigh and her dress was soft as new moss. I remember that once she had flour on her apron. I remembered that. Once she pulled a star from the sky for me. I don't need to have the star to remember it. But first I want you to hear a story, the man people says. I glare at him. Hasn't he got enough? I look at the sky. But there's still some time until night, when the fairies will come. What kind of story?